Hi guys, how are you? We will start today how to install the Django in PyCharm. So let's go and start. We'll open first PyCharm. Okay, file, new project. We'll select the code. Django. Okay, Django. And inside application, we will put Django. Yeah, sure. Oh, let's just make the Django one. Simple, better. Okay, virtual machine. Okay, create a one script, create it. You will do better. Let's control this one to string. Okay, detect. So once you open the PyCharm, yeah, it's recording. Okay. Once you open the PyCharm, you will go to terminal. Let's make it big and let's go to terminal. Okay, we will first take the first command, which, okay, let's go first to the folder, the jump sample. Okay, it's already in the folder. So make sure that you guys are in the same folder, okay? Okay, let's go and put the code and PIB. Okay, this is for installation of Django. Fine. Then you click the enter. Okay, so it's saying a new release of pip available 22.3. So to update, run. Okay, let's copy it. Copy that one. Okay, good. Let's copy it and paste it to upgrade it. Okay, the Python. Okay, so now let's check a Python version. Which 3.930. Okay. And let's check the Django version 2. Django admin 4.2.1. Okay. So now we check it. Now let's start create a project name. Okay. So we will start now our project name. So for to create a project, we have to write it Django admin to start project. Let's give my app as our first project. Okay, my first project. So let's run it. Now the folder is being created. So Once the folder is created, so let's run it and see is it created correctly or not. For creating the project, okay, so what you have to do, like we have to run the project, okay, so run server, okay. So now when we are going to run the server, it should not work. Why? Because we created our project as my first project. But I am in the folder the Django sample. So I have to go back to my first project. Okay, but let's see without going to project and we will run it. So press enter. See, it's showing that the python.exe has been not found at in the Django sample. Okay. So now let's go to the folder and see is it there or not. So cd is always for the directory using. Okay, so dot slash my and tab. So once you click on tab, it will come directly. Good. So now click enter. Okay. Now we will run the previous code what we mentioned, which is pymanage dot py. Always remember that this one you have to run inside the folder where your project is installed or created. Okay. Oh, sorry, I make the spelling mistake. So make sure Python is very sensitive. So you have to be sure that each alphabet or spellings is being corrected. Okay. So let's click on the server. Wow, we got our project, the Django, it's for the Django 4.2. Debug is true. Make sure. See, always when you install the Django, so the debug is will be always showing as true. Okay. So this one you can have change inside the setting from debug true to false. And my first see this is the setting file which is inside my first project, then will be again a sub project folder name my first project inside setting urls and all. Okay, see this debug. So if make sure before you publish your website or anything the app publishing you have to make it false. So this debug true is only so you. Okay guys, now after it start working, now we will create our app. Okay. So to create the app, we have to prepare a kind of setup or, or a model, you can say. Okay, let's just start and give you. Let's open a new local and try. Okay. So we will give py manage dot py startup startup. Okay, so we said our first project, right? So let's say we will create something. Let's call them members. Okay. We'll create a group of members to see like the date of birth and all these things. Okay. And just create and see how we can create it, how to insert data and remove data of the users. Okay. So let's give it member or let's give it staff. Staff. Okay. Create a new folder. Let's say it become create no such file directly. What happened now? Here is this creating. Oh, yeah, actually, I didn't enter to the folder. So it should be first in the folder. Oh, it went twice. Click and then let's create again. Stop. Okay, now it's created. If you see it here, it's created here. Okay, so now let's go to the view page of members. So we'll go inside the stuff and we will find here the view page, right? And double click on it to keep it open. Here we have already for the Django shortcut import render. Let's add something more to, okay. So we will require from Django. Okay. Django dot we will require HTTP import from HTTP. We require HTTP. Yeah, just remember that you have to. It's a sensitive. The Django and Pythons are so sensitive cases. So you have to make sure that it's small alphabets only. So you have to remember these kind of libraries. Okay. So once you create it, okay, view is basically is a function where you will create all your functions to view the page, to call the model, or to call the variables. Everything you have to mention inside the view. Right. So let's call it def. Is the starting as def is basically in Python for function. So I hope you should be aware of the Python codes. Okay. So def we'll call as stuff or as its folder name. So we will just give s. So just for or we will just give stuff one f. It's better. Okay. Let's be go with a good ways. Okay. Stuff. So, and we will add because we are requesting for a response. So request will be added here. Okay, and then we will call the first page return HTTP response with hello world as it's normally been used in all languages when you are newly learning. So hello world. Okay. So let's say once we created this function, right? So we will have to go and add these functions where inside the URLs. So URL will be basically inside the URL path, which is here under my first project, right? So we will open URL, guys, and we will have to, okay, sorry. Before we have to edit here, we will create one new URL here for the stuff itself. So we will say new Python file, right? So new Python file, and then we will give it the name URLs URLs enter. Here we will call the Django. Sorry, it's every time you have called the Django dot URLs import path and from Dot, basically dot is the view file from where, it's a main file from where we will call import views. Okay, so now here we will create our path. So it will be URL pattern. So these commands are basically, it will be the same each time you will have to write it. Okay, equal to. Okay, so our new path, what we created now is this one, which will be stuff. I hope I said that we will edit the first one and not, let's go. It's STAFFS, correct. Okay, and slash, then we will give it comma, views, we will call the same request, no need to add here, and then comma, name, we will do stop. Okay, save it. Now, as previously I was just saying, see the main URL which is in the project what we created, we will open that one. So here, if you see, already it's been admin and path has been by default there, and the path of admin has also been there. So we are going to add another path which we will say path. Nice, where it will be okay, comma, include. Okay. What was the folder name? The folder name is staff.urls. So we will mention here staff.urls. Okay, okay. If you are getting seeing this include error we are getting, so we have to call the include also. So now the error has been moved. Okay. So after we add these things, let's run our project and see how it's working. Okay, it's saying that the part admin has been. Okay, yeah. Why? Because I didn't add here the comma. Okay, and let's, yeah. See, it's, if you remember, I said in previous time that debug is true. So debug is true, it's working on real-time balance. Whatever you have change or do any update, it will directly getting update. So let's call and check our page. Oh, I got the error. Okay, what's the reason of the error? So it's saying to me that this URL project Django tried URL better in this order. Stuff slash name stuff. Okay. So means that there is something. Okay, there is something got added which is giving the error. So we said here include we added a stuff URL. So let's go to stuff URLs what we missed here. Okay. So in members we write it in patrons. Okay, so stuff, views stuff, and name. It seems to me right. Okay. If it seems to be right, what can be the view issue? Okay, so let's go back and check in the view if we miss something. URL, so no, we have to go to views. Okay, so when we created the views, right? So in view we added import render and then we created HTML. Okay, dev numbers request, HTTP response with double quote. Okay, and then so when we call here the hello world, right? Okay, so let's we reach here. Oh, okay, fine. I got it. Yes, the reason. Okay, so we have to mention here stuff. Yes. So we have to mention once you run the app. Okay. Once you run the app, we have to mention here the folder name, what we give it, and URL. So which is this one. Correct? Okay. So now let's go, instead of having the word where we mention the view, this one, now we will just try to create a template. So for creating the template, we have first to create a folder. So the folder we will create inside, okay, let me check recording is working. Okay, inside the stuff, new, it is called directory. So to create a directory, we will give the name template, TEMPLATES. Inside the template, we will create our first HTML file. See guys, instead of selecting here, you can select the file, but you have to mention the extension of the file. Okay, so let's create the HTML file. So we will say the file name, let's say the file name we will give my first project. Any name you can give, but I will give my first project and it will be entered. Okay, so the title we will give my first project. Okay, so we will call h1. I hope you all are aware of the HTML codes, right? So okay, hello world, or let's say we will change it, hello Django, or make it in capital letters, Django, go, just for a fun. Okay, a paragraph we will say welcome. Okay, okay, big. Okay, so we will write here welcome to the Django, and thank you for subscribe my channel and watching my videos. Ta-da! Okay, so let's say once you create your HTML page, right, we will go and update some functions in view. So we will go to view for it. Okay. So in view file, we previously called uh, HTTP response. This time now we will call the templates that we created, right? So the Django import, oh, sorry, the Django dot template import loader. Okay. So here we will do a little bit changes. So we will just remove, okay, or not remove, we will just keep it down and we will call template, or let's say we will call my, okay, FP, first project is equal to loader dot get template, which is my FIRST project dot HTML. Alright. Okay. So now here we will change the HTTP response to template. Sorry, not template. It's my p dot render render. Call the functions. Okay, so return HTTP my vendor dot refine my, and we will go before we go to live. Okay, let me show you if we go live what is going to be happen. I think it's already been open, so we just refresh it. Ta-da! And we got error. Oh, we go in this shape, we got error, right? Okay, so why the error is because we have to do some changes in setting. So let's go to setting, the main file, the project what we have with our my first project. We will go to installed apps and we will call here our folder name stuff, right? And then we are going to call to migrate this folder to the database. We have just say py manage.py migrate and click enter. So once you migrate it, then we will run the server again. And ta-dang, let's click it. Okay, so once you click it, you will go and right here, stuff. Okay, I think I just write it wrong. Ta-dang! Hello Django, welcome to Django and thank you for subscribing my channel and watching my videos. If in case you didn't subscribe it, please subscribe. Thank you.